Hello, this is a bonus thing about Jonah Hex the movie. I'm not a Jonah Hex fan. I've never liked Jonah Hex. Marky is a huge Jonah
Huge
Hex.
Jonah Hex fan. Um, the movie, while I didn't think it was as bad as critics and people that saw it said, just wasn't a. Oh, we got some camera things going on. You need to
Whee!
stop spinning because we're all over the place.
Oh fuck, I'm like way on there. Hi guys.
All right. Anyways, the movie just wasn't a DC quality movie. I mean, we had things like Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, even the last Superman. At least seemed felt like a high quality movie. This movie didn't feel high end. It felt low budget, even though it was expensive to make and had high end actors. It was very strange. Didn't totally follow the Jonah Hex like storyline, even though there's not like a super continuous line. I mean, there's Jonah Hex rules. In the books, he's essentially a cowboy. I mean, he was raised by an Indian tribe and all that. And there's like the history with his father. If you follow the Vertigo books, where he was beaten and all that, he's an angry cowboy. The movie though, on the other hand, he had powers where he could talk to the dead.
So in the comic, because I don't read Jonah Hex, can he talk to the dead in
As
the?
far as I know, as much as I've read, and I have read Jonah Hex as long as I have read comics, even if you go through my comic collection, there's books that I'm not going to have. I was a kid and I didn't have money to buy the books, but I would, read my friends' books, and some of them would get Jonah Hex. There was a guy at the school; he got like every comic book. I don't know if he was from a wealthy family or whatever, but I'd always run up to him and borrow his Jonah Hex books and read them. And it's just I don't ever remember him having powers. He is kind of got a mysticism thing going, but that's from his training with the shaman and the tribe and all that. It's not that he has powers. He's just kind of a little mystic in a way.
Now, I myself not being a Jonah Hex fan, and I make fun of Marky a lot about being a Jonah Hex fan. I watched the movie. I enjoyed the acting. The lead actor.
I as well thought the acting was solid. It was just kind of weak somewhere, and I don't know where it was weak. Maybe story. I'm not sure. It felt strange.
Because even like Megan Fox, who, although attractive, she can't act.
By far not the best actress around.
She did a decent job.
In the role that she was permitted, the small amount that she was allowed to do, she did a decent job. She basically was told to portray a pretty girl, and I mean that's what she did.
Now, okay, we're going to put you in the role of DC Comics. Okay, you're the head of DC. They're like, hey, we're going to make a movie. Who do you want to be? We've already done a Batman movie. We've already done Superman. Who do you want to pick? Would Jonah Hex actually be your third?
I have no idea why they would have picked Jonah Hex. I mean, westerns in the movie franchise are, for the most part, dead. You get one or two a year. They're always good movies. They're not massive money makers. If you're the head of DC, you've got to be looking at the dollar. I have no idea why this movie came out. I would be thinking after Batman, Superman, you have
Green
famous
Lantern,
characters. You
which are
have Green
doing
Lantern. You have
Flash,
Wonder Woman. You
Wonder
have
Woman,
Flash.
Green Arrow. Oh
Green
yeah.
Arrow is probably more well known than Jonah X. You have just you have so many characters. I mean, they have the golden age to go off. They're the only company that seems to have access to the golden age.
Do you think because of 316 to Yuma, maybe because it did 310 to Yuma, do you think they decided, hey, let's go for a Western?
All right, Stone Cold. If you want to know my thing, um, I think they just wanted something where they didn't have to pay a lot of money. Stone Cold, in case everybody around me is laughing, 316 Stone Cold Steve Austin. All right, come on, wrestling
Moving
fan.
camera.
I'm not a wrestling fan, but everybody was when they were a kid. Come on.
Yeah,
All right,
you pulled a Jason.
all
Actually, you
right,
were
come on.
reminiscing.
Everybody was, 10, 11, 12 years old. I'm 24 now. You were Stone Cold 316 or The Rock. You had to pick one. You couldn't be both. Don't lie. All
Now,
right.
okay, Have you read the preview for the Uncle Sam and the Freedom Fighters?
I have not.
They're
You've told me
saying
it's
that
good.
there's a Confederate weapon that could have won the war for them. Do you think they're going to use what was in the movie?
I hope not. The
I
weapon
hope
was
not.
kind of cool looking, but that was only because of high tech special effects. You can't put that in a comic book. It made sense in the movie, actually. I just, the movie really didn't seem to have a whole lot of plot whole lines. It just wasn't a good plot.
It wasn't like I hate to admit I enjoyed it.
It was like
I
it was totally a C movie. I mean, I'm kind of upset that I paid what my theater here charges, which was like $9 or some shit.
good thing we didn't get the seats that vibrated.
But I mean, I would have rented the movie. I'm a big Jonah Hex fan, so I mean, if the movie's cheap, I might buy it on DVD just to support Jonah Hex. It's not a horrible movie. It's just not a good movie, and I expect more out of DC, which has given us, you know, Batman Begins and Dark Knight recently. The Superman movie was a little weak. I mean, there were weird things in it, like him being allergic to kryptonite, which is pretty standard for Superman, and then lifting an island made of it and throwing it into space. That makes no sense.
Thank God, didn't see the movie.
Um, but the Jonah Hex movie, again, for starters, why pick Jonah Hex? Somebody tell us if you have an answer. I mean, I want to know why. Was everybody else taken? Did you just pump this movie out fast? It sounded expensive. You had big name actors.
Well, I think they spent like 46 million for the movie.
The number I heard was 40 million, and what did it make? 10 million?
A little over 10.
Let's hope the DVD sales are good. I mean, again, I thoroughly enjoy the book. I don't want the book to get canceled, but the movie, I mean, come on, guys. Let's do better here. You're DC. You are the comic book company people think of when they think of comic books.
No, well, Marvel's.
Marvel sells better, but that's because they flood the market.
And WB, which isn't as big as Disney, is backing them. You would think, like, for me, Jonah Hex would have been my first. If they wanted to do I hate to say Jonah Hex is like a B-lister, maybe even less.
He's got to be a B-lister for the DC universe. He's my favorite DC character, and I'll call him a B-lister. Nobody knows who he is.
Why didn't they go for like Booster Gold?
Again, I think Booster Gold's a B-lister. I'm
Right,
going with like, where is Wonder Woman? Where is I know Green Lantern's coming out. I don't know when it's coming out. I know they're filming it, but we have big name heroes in the DC universe.
Right. Maybe this was like a test to see if they could give like the B, because they've been doing it a lot. Like,
but it felt like they were trying to set up a run here. When you think about it, it almost ended like it was set up to do a sequel. But the movie was so weak, you're not going to get a sequel. I mean, you wasted your money.
Do you think it would have been better with or without Megan Fox?
I think it would have been better with a better actor. Sorry, Megan Fox, you do good in some things, but
really.
I mean, you can't portray a rough, tough cowgirl and a prostitute in the same role. It's for one, the role was a little screwy, and that's not her fault, but her acting is a little weak. She's very pretty. Um, I haven't seen her thumbs yet. Has anybody seen her thumbs? And if so, send me a video because apparently she has the most hideous thumbs in the world.
Now, what you were telling me real quickly was the girl that she was supposed to portray was a badass in the comics.
The girl, when you get her name and the last name is Black, actually had a child with Jonah Hex, unstoppable, just like Jonah Hex, all scarred up, almost attractive, even though super scarred. I don't understand why they gave her the name. I was fine with her character until the name came out. Read issue 50. You will learn what I'm talking about, and you will be pissed the fuck off, and you will want to choke to get whoever wrote the movie.
Have you read the graphic novel yet?
I haven't read the graphic novel. I'm actually scared to open it because it was sent in cellophane, and I'm such a big fan. I just don't want to ruin the book. That's about all the time we have.
Okay, well, Jonah Hex, out 4 stars. What would you give it?
2.5.
I give it 3, maybe. I enjoyed it. I thought it was better than The Last Airbender. Give us your response, what you guys think of it. And Megan Fox thumbs. Show us pictures. Show us things. That's it. Bye.